world.
See, hold up, because you said something. You said you don't like to kind of like not be around others, like you want people in your space, and that just made me think of that. Like I feel like sometimes one of the reasons why it is a struggle for us to prioritize ourselves, because some of us women, and it could possibly be from trauma, we have a fear of being alone.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of They Love Our Energy podcast. I am your host, Renata Nicole.
And I am LaTreya Antoinette.
We're here.
Y'all, we survived another episode.
Right. Forget surviving another episode. We survived the month of January.
Oh my God.
It seemed like it was like so crazy. Like all that stuff happening in January.
Yeah.
Like
I'm blind, right? I just went like a deer in the headlights. What happened in January?
Like TikTok, so
okay.
Banned.
Okay, I was like,
the airplanes colliding,
and no one's talking about the airplanes.
Yes,
no one's talking about the
airplanes. And then I heard that there was even more. There was 7 plane crashes, and we only known about like 1 or 2 of them. So It wasn't all on the same day, but it's just like much stuff has just been happening.
Speaking about that, my thing is like there was 60 something passengers and you can't find a single body.
Right. Well, I heard last thing I heard they found 19 bodies, but that was it. But I'm like,
do you know if they were alive or they were?
No, to my understanding, and y'all don't quote me. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that they were.
Man,
it's so freaking
that's
sad.
Crazy. It's just like that plane that disappeared in was it Malaysia?
I feel like I heard about
I don't know if it, don't quote me, but it's not Malaysia. Yeah. They still can't find the plane, and now they're finding bits and pieces of the plane. You know what that reminds me of? Manifest. Have you ever watched Manifest on Netflix?
Yeah. I mean, series, yeah.
It just reminds me of that. You can't find no pieces, and then boom, it pops up. Make it make sense, y'all.
Yeah, y'all. You gotta stay prayed up, y'all, because I'm still hoping, I still have faith, and I'm hoping that 2025 is going to be a great year, but January is crazy. But
the only reason why I didn't remember January is because there was so much, like, it's an adjustment. Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on. It's a new year. People acting crazy.
At the top of the year.
And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm a little bit behind on my goals just because life was lifing. That I need to adapt to because it's gonna life in the month of February.
Right.
Yeah. At least I'm prepared though. I got all my scheduled dates. Yeah. So yeah.
That's good. And now it's February.
It's February.
A Black History Month.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
'Cause I'm black and I'm proud.
Hey. I'm black and I'm black and I'm black and I'm black and I'm black. Hey. Yeah. Proud to be too.
I'm proud to be a Black American.
You play too much. Not only is it Black History Month, but of course, it's supposed to be, well, y'all know February represents the month of love.
Step in the... I don't want to get canceled.
Don't. Let's not. No. Please don't. Speaking of the month of February, we are going to try... I don't know why I'm tearing this up. Let me just make it tear. It was bugging me. We are going to try the viral TikTok Valentine's Day drinks, I guess. It is white chocolate mocha with strawberry cold foam.
Okay.
And you get the little Valentine's Day cake pop. Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm excited about the cake pop.
I just hate that the cake pop stick is in the thing.
So I did that.
Oh, you
did it?
They
don't do it like that. Yeah.
I was gonna say I was like, you just put my.
Cause I should have asked you if you even wanted it in there. I was just trying to make it look like how I look on TikTok. But when I asked them to do it, they said no, they can't do that. But
I know, I appreciate you though.
Okay.
It's just that I gotta touch the stick.
Yeah, I feel you.
How is it?
I'm smacking on pot. Well, cake pop good. It's always good. But let's try to drink.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Cheers. Oh, my straw.
I can't drink now, y'all.
My strength. Sorry.
Put it in there.
I need my strengths.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Cheers. What you think?
I don't taste the strawberry.
I feel like I tasted a very little amount. A very little.
Overall, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's overhyped.
It's definitely overhyped.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely overhyped.
Because Starbucks used to have this drink called I forgot what. Basically, it's like not the white chocolate. It's like the strawberry and cream frappuccino, but opposite. Mm-hmm. So instead of it being strawberry, you get the strawberry puree, and then the white part, I think, is just milk or something like that, with like the extracts, and it was really good. I think it used to be called It.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it turned into something else, but I always ask them, can you just flip or reverse it? But that was the best one for like a strawberry Valentine's thing. But yeah. Anywho's, let's get on with the program here.
Let's put down the business.
There's too many. This edit is gonna be hilarious. That's all I gotta say. Cause what? There's no flow. Okay. Anywho's, we are going to talk about a few things this month. We're going to talk about love language, self-care, and today we're going to do what are we doing? The power of self-love. So
yep. Basically loving yourself first. We're going to talk about that today.
You okay?
Loving yourself, loving you.
I'm going to say us our ears. Okay.
Yeah, do
that. I guess my thing is, when it comes to self-love, a lot of people think that self-love is very selfish. I don't think it's selfish at all. I think spending time with yourself, learning the things that you like, or relearning spending quality time for yourself, because there's 24 hours in a day. We sleep from 8 to 10 of those 8 to 10 of those hours. But some people have jobs. Some people are very, 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 very busy. Some people are mothers. Some people are fathers. So everybody needs a me time moment, even if it's just 30 minutes to 5 minutes just to meditate. So when did you realize that putting yourself first or self-love was a priority?
So my discovery of that honestly was when I went through my divorce.
Okay.
And it wasn't because of him. It was more so, first of all, I got married at 20 years old. So I got married very young at 20 years old. By the time I got married, I had I'm trying to think, did I have all 4 of my kids? No, I had 3 kids already, and I was like 8 months pregnant with one of my kids. So during that time frame of being, getting married young and already having 3 kids, and then ultimately leading to having my 4th kid, like spending all that time, like I guess I feel like I never had the opportunity to like get to know who I really was.
Yeah.
And I dedicated all those years of my life on being a wife and being a mom. And so I was always putting myself last, always putting everybody else first. Kind of, in a sense, I guess I was kind of feeling like I was neglecting myself, but it wasn't until my divorce where I actually had time to like be alone and be by myself.
Yes.
Because like I said, I got married at 20. I got divorced when I was like 27. Okay. So during that period, like being on my alone for the very first time. Not only did I get divorced at 20, but before we got married, like as soon as we graduated from high school, like we had already moved in with each other. So coming straight out of high school, I never experienced living by myself,
Okay.
or not have living without kids,
Right.
or living without having a husband. And
Kind
when
of felt like you lost your identity. You didn't know who you
right,
were.
yes,
And
yes. And
I
I feel like in high school we still kind of don't know who we are.
we
Like
don't
it
know.
takes your adulthood to kind of figure out
It takes your
that.
20s.
Yeah.
Takes
And if
your
you're married
20s.
and you already got 4 kids, like
No, I totally understand.
yeah.
I hate that sometimes. I'm glad that people are starting to do it now, younger,
Right.
or before they experience something traumatic to figure out, like a
Right.
breakup or
Mm-hmm.
a friendship breakup, a regular breakup, a codependent relationship. You don't know who you are. So
Right.
I'm glad that I'm seeing things where people are actually prioritizing,
Yeah.
or sometimes when people become a mom and they're the stay at home mom, or they're a stay at home mom and work from home. Well, I wouldn't say they work from home, but they also take care of their child. You
Right.
don't
Yeah.
have that time for yourself besides when the kids go to sleep, but you're
Mm-hmm.
so exhausted you wouldn't even want to go
Nope.
and spend time with yourself. Like a quick shower and a bed is what you want, you know. So I'm
Right.
glad to see a lot of people starting to prioritize that before something traumatic happens to them.
Right.
I think I realized how to prioritize myself was during. It's not. I'm smiling because it's like wow, um, when my mother-in-law was experiencing something and we had a slight codependent relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I give, I give, I give. So I start putting my phone on do not disturb for a certain, not for her, but it's just I get phone calls like straight at like 8 o'clock
Right. Yeah.
or 7 o'clock or something like that. And my grandmother lived with me, so it's like I just need this window for me to just wake up before being asked
Mm-hmm.
questions.
Right.
I'm totally available, but just give me like this small window frame. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
Um, but then also when we moved to Texas, I've kind of learned to put somewhat myself first because I'll always put my husband first.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more so when I was in Minnesota, my grandma would give me like this. She don't do it on purpose, but it was like, oh man, I seen this really nice fuchsia jacket on somebody. It was really cute. Fuchsia is her color. I said, all right, bet. I'm gonna go find one and I'm gonna have it. Now, was I at home 99.9% of the time? No. But when I do go home, I'll drop the I'll put it on the bed for her and she'll call me and be like, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Or it's like we go get our nails done or something like that. Or she'd be like, "Oh, I really wanted a denim jacket." So I learned that all my money was just going to other people and their
Right.
needs. But when she asked me a question of like, "Girl, you got so much money in your account, in your savings, and you don't do anything for yourself.
Yeah.
At least take a bit of your paycheck and just spend it on yourself."
Right.
And it took
Yeah.
me a long time to even just take out of my savings because I would work and save.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
she helped me learn how to at least do one thing for myself. And I think it was like get my nails done or get my hair done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But shopping, I'm a giver. I like to give, whether it's love or just something that I hear that someone wants or a lunch. But yeah, I definitely learned in my 20s, later down the road, how to just be like, okay, this is my time right now. I will get to you after.
Right.
You can call me 3 times. I'm not gonna answer.
Right. Yes, for sure. I honestly too, like just being real and just thinking about it, like even like trying to make myself a priority was like extremely hard just because I spent so many years not doing it. I
Yes.
felt like I didn't actually know
The,
how to.
you
And
kind of feel
like
like you don't deserve
right.
it. I don't
Yes.
know what it's called when it's like, it's not imposter syndrome, but it's like, do I really deserve this item? Or
Right.
am,
Yeah.
without feeling guilty or
Mm-hmm.
selfish. And that's
It's like one of those unworthy feelings, like, and y'all, like, I've never even, and this is something that I said I'm gonna do this year. I have never. I am 37 years old. I have
are
never
you sure you're that
went.
37?
I'm 37. I'm 37 years old, and I have never, ever, 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 ever went on a date by myself. Never, never. Not out to eat, not to no movies, not to, like, no straight up date, no dinner, no nothing. I've never went out by myself, and that me time is so important. And so I was gonna ask you, like, what do you feel is your, I guess, like, what is your hardest thing, like, what is your struggle when it comes to,
uh,
like, prioritizing
prioritizing
yourself?
myself.
Like, yeah, like, do you
Um,
struggle with it at all, or?
I do, but I've the best way to the I do struggle with prioritizing myself because I just like to see other people happy around me.
Mhm.
And when I learned how to break away from it was just more so like, okay, Treya, you just really need 5 minutes. Like I started small.
Yeah,
Like
that's a good idea.
just 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Whether it's just in the bathroom, just 5 minutes. But I don't have all that responsibilities as other people have. Like I don't have children. I don't have a demanding, well, that's a lie. I was gonna say I don't have a demanding job, but I have demanding nieces and nephews. And I actually love them. I don't get me wrong, but um I did struggle in the beginning.
Right.
And the reason why I struggled was because, like I said, I'm just a giver. I don't know how to put time away from myself without wanting to be around people because I'm a
Mm.
people's person. So I don't
Mm.
know how to, and I don't want to say I'm
Mm.
dependent, but I like socialization. And I think it's because I'm the only child.
See, hold up, because you said something. You said you don't like to kind of like not be around others. Like, you want people in your space. And that just made me think of that. Like, I feel like sometimes one of the reasons why it is a struggle for us to prioritize ourselves, because some of us women, and it could possibly be from trauma, we have a fear of being
Alone.
alone.
Yeah.
And when I think about it,
Yeah.
like, from me being 18 all the way to 27, being married, and then that divorce causing that separation to where we're not in the same household anymore. Like, I had a fear going into that. Like, I had a fear, like, getting divorced, because I'm like, now I'm about to be alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it feels like
To
to
be
be
alone.
alone. I don't even know
Yeah.
what that feels like. And so when you said that, it just made me think about that,
Like
because wow.
this is our second year going into just living by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
No parents, no. And when I say parents, our parents were roommates. They were not. They. We do not live with our parents. Our parents lived with us. Let's get it right. Listen, we take care of the household. They just stay with us. But for me, it's just like this is our second year or going on our second year being by ourselves. So like when I have a lot of like time by myself,
Mm-hmm.
I sit here and I ponder and I get bored and the first thing I want to do is call somebody.
Right, yeah.
can
About
you
to get on the
can
phone.
you talk to me for a little bit? Just
Yes.
a little bit. So like I
Right.
realized, okay, y'all, I do have a codependent independent relationship with my husband. He's been my best friend for 13 years,
Yeah.
okay? He had a guy's night.
True.
What? What do you think I did?
I don't know. You know what? I don't even know. But come on, tell me, because I want to know.
So he had a guy's night, and I went to my friend's house to go pick up some stuff, and I was just like, she was like, so if they go to this one place, we going with, right? We was good. We did not go.
Okay.
But he left from 7 o'clock, and I swear to God, I called my brother, and I was on the phone with my brother for 4 hours.
Oh,
4 hours. I
wow.
called him initially to play the game, but guess what I did within them 4 hours? Just having him on the phone. I edited our episode. Um, I was doing some personal business stuff.
Yeah.
I just felt motivated.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I do definitely have a fear of being alone. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even say a fear necessarily. I just
You just don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to be
Yeah.
alone. I've it was
Yeah.
me and my mom, me and my grandmother, like me and my husband. So
Right.
it's like when you're
Yeah.
around people, it's hard to. Can y'all relate? Because I feel like I'm just going on a roundabout
No,
tangent.
I'm pretty sure they can
Like
relate.
like
Some people can relate to
I
that. Yeah.
promise you, I'm not codependent. I'm actually pretty independent.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like friendships and relationships, I just like to be around those who have good energy.
Right.
Those
Yeah.
who can uplift me or make me feel like that void is gone. Cuz I didn't grow up with my brother, so like our relationship is like tight knit.
Right.
He probably 7 years older than me, but we're 11 days in our birthday apart. We are still like two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
You know, he gives me shit, I give him shit, we throw it back, and we. I said shit. I mean,
Oh, look at you. See? I wasn't even gonna call you out. It's okay.
but how do you how do you, I know you said more about like when you came out of your divorce and how you kind of like struggled with it. Do you how are you now?
Still struggling. If I'm being honest, I'm still struggling, but that's the reason why self care is on my vision board for this year, and it's a big priority for me this year. One thing that I am starting to do, which is a start, is my non-negotiables.
Oh, oh,
My non-negotiables.
okay.
I am no longer extending myself more than what I actually want to. So, for example, my cutoff time on Sundays, I decided to make a cutoff time. And she laughed because she know I'm serious.
She put me on a cutoff time, y'all. She said, I'm gonna let her tell you her cutoff time. But
Yes, don't play with me on no Sunday, y'all. Like, for real. My cutoff time on Sundays is 6 p.m. I ain't playing. 6 p.m. After 6 p.m., I'm just winding down for the rest of the day, just preparing myself. My job is very stressful.
yeah,
So I want to make sure that I'm mentally prepared going into the week. And that's why I decided, because self care isn't just about what you do for yourself physically, it's also about what you do for yourself mentally and emotionally. And for me, and with the way my job stresses me out, it's important that I prepare myself mentally for the week. That way I'm not waking up on Monday morning and I'm, feeling emotional, or I ain't got the energy today. That's why I cut off at 6 o'clock on Sunday. So, like, if you want something from me, don't ask me. I'm not doing nothing after 6 o'clock. So, if primary example, my my bonus daughter, she wanted me to do her hair, because on Tuesday she had media pictures for track. We talked about this Thursday. I told her, "Are you staying with us this weekend?" "No, I'm not. I'm going back with my mom." "Okay. If you want me to do your hair, you need to be here Sunday at 12 p.m. I said, I cut everything off at 6 o'clock. Okay? Just so you know.
she really do, y'all.
I really do. She texts me at 4 o'clock. "What do I need?" "What you need for what?" "What you need for what?" "For my hair." I said, I told you, if you wanted me to do your hair, you needed to be here at 12 p.m. It is 4 p.m. And she like, "So you're not going to do my hair?" And guess what I said?
Nope.
No.
Oh.
You know how hard it used to be to say
No.
no? I says no now. No. So guess what? I did it. Not on Sunday though. I did it Monday night. Because I needed to make sure I woke up Monday morning
And a good
with
mood.
the good energy to start off my week. So my non-negotiables, I'm not extending myself further. Like, you know how we be feeling obligated sometimes to do stuff for people just because of our relationship with them? You're not gonna make me feel bad if I choose to say no because you want me to do something. If I feel like I'm overextending myself, I'm not gonna do it, because at the end of the day, I'm the one who's gonna suffer whatever feelings that came from going out my way when I really didn't want to. And not only am I, but my kids might, and so might my husband, because I'm gonna go complaining to him. He probably ain't gonna really want to hear it, but he'll listen.
He'll listen.
But he gotta listen, good listening ear. But at the end of the day, like, why put myself in situations that make me feel all, like, why go do something that you really don't want to do? Just say no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my non-negotiables. What about yours, girl?
I don't have any non-negotiables because nobody lives with me besides my husband. I don't have anything that disrupts my peace. I say this because I'm sitting here, like, as you're talking, I'm like, what are non-negotiables? I always sound like life is all happy over here because life is not perfect, but right. I'm kind of comfy right now.
That's good, though.
My non-negotiables don't live with me.
Right. No, that's really good, though. That's good.
Yeah, I'm literally trying to figure it out. I'm like, I already put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Right. But look, that is a non-negotiable.
But they...
you put that
the
phone
sad
on
thing
Do Not
is...
Disturb.
The sad thing is yeah,
like, no, I ain't got nothing for you, my friend.
I don't, because I'm sitting here, I'm like literally pondering, like, it's kind of giving me a headache. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, do I have anything to be like, what are my non-negotiables? I think because I set my non-negotiables a couple years ago to where it kind of helped me balance who I am. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm sitting here like, girl.
Right. And that's okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to change in the next couple of years because I will probably bear a child, and we got in-laws, we got parents, we got grandparents, we got friends, we got
yes.
So I'm pretty sure things are going to change. For right now, I'm pretty content with life.
Right.
Right now, it's a little comfy.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
But I guess
wrong with that.
Because I was thinking, I was like, even with our pod stuff, I get everything done at 6:00. Honestly, I'm done with pod before 6, but I guess Sundays is like, I guess I just kind of like, for me, it's when I'm with my husband, I'm with my husband. So like when it comes to like our weekend or something like that. So if we pod today, we pod early. So I still have the weekend with him, and we really haven't really experienced weekends in years together because I've always worked a Monday through Friday, and then he's always worked like a weird shift. So now that he's got his promotion, he's off on the weekends. So now I just kind of want to like bask in his presence. I almost said something else. But I just want to be like around him. He don't even have to like really like necessarily be doing anything. He can be playing a game, and I'm like, I see you.
Right.
I see you. But it's actually really good because then we have more time to date each other.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
I know that when it comes to I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I know when it comes to us like trying to learn how to like self prioritize ourselves. I know smarting smart that it's the coffee talking off. Starting small helped me. I know that, what was it, 4 years ago, I started with my prioritizing my facial. So I struggle with confidence in my skin because I used to have acne when I was going through almost said poverty, y'all. When I was going through poverty. When I was going through puberty, I struggled with acne. So like my forehead would break out a lot, and we've gotten it under control before I went into high school, baby.
That's good.
Freshman year,
right? Kids can be so cruel.
Tell me about it. I was bullied. Not
it's so sad.
Not in high school, but
Yeah.
Everything was very cliquish in middle school and elementary. But when it came to high school, there was no clique. Even though I was a part of the cheerleading team, the cheerleaders barely hung out with the cheerleaders. They know each other, but it's more so like, it's not the movies where you see the captain. Well, that's a lie because my captain did date the football players, but it's not like you're constantly dating and surrounding yourself with those.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that I started with my face, clearing my skin, clearing the texture that I had or the pigmentations that I've had, the dark spots. And I would literally, this is probably why I'm always at Sephora because I always want to like make sure that my skin is good.
Right.
Now that my skin is finally at the place that I'm okay, I've cleared my dark spots, I've cleared my texture. Now I don't have to worry about that. Now it's the other parts of my body that I'm worried about because
Right.
we as women sometimes get hormonal acne. So when I get my cycle, I'm already breaking out in places that
Right.
I cannot stand. Like I'm
Yeah.
so in my back, I have dark spots from pimple
Right.
scratching, and I'm a picker.
Yeah.
Like I'm a picker.
Mhm.
I
Miss-
literally, I feel like I should go to dermatology school just to like.
You know what? You probably should have, for real. Wow.
I got time.
Yeah.
I got time. I got time to figure it out. So mm-mm. I was so me doing that kind of helped with just building on my face. Now I'm working on my back, but I actually want to go to a dermatologist for that. So that's my goal this year is to go to a dermatologist to kind of just get rid of
Okay.
that. And then another small change that I'm making this year is my hair. I want to prioritize my hair care.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all know I had the long thing. I literally cut it this morning and it's about to be off and breathing tomorrow. But I want to make sure that my hair grows. So
Right. Yeah.
just starting very small.
Right. Yeah.
Because I haven't had a pedicure since
Yeah.
1976, baby. And I need a pedicure. But I'm learning. I want to do everything at home.
Yeah.
So save money.
Yeah. You
Save
right.
money, get money.
That's right.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Uh-uh.
So how do you? What are some small changes that you've made in the past, and what are some small changes that you are making currently to prioritize Renata?
I'm gonna just speak on the current, y'all, because I really wasn't doing nothing in the past, to be honest. But currently on Wednesdays, I make it kind of like my little wellness wind down Wednesday. So I
Oh,
take a little bubble bath, and my husband is so sweet because
I seen
yeah,
that.
the
He
other
was
day,
sweet.
y'all gotta follow me on Instagram. So if you do follow me, you saw that I posted it on Instagram. But I came home from picking the girls up from school and I walked in the door, which is so crazy because I was actually like looking at a puppy. And I called him, I was like, babe, I wanna buy this puppy so bad. And he was like, girl, just, you need to come home. And I'm like, dang, he
Where did
mad
you
at me
see?
for
Where did you see the
asking.
puppy?
In the Albertsons parking lot. You know how they be setting up. And the puppy was, it was so cute, but I cannot settle. It was cute, but I cannot
I
settle.
want a dog so bad, and I
Me too.
literally just
And I have a
what?
type. I have a type.
You said what?
I want a puppy.
Y'all, this girl is scared of dogs.
I am scared of dogs, but I want to be.
What kind of dog you want?
Me and
Sorry,
my husband can't have no kid together, so I'm trying to be a dog mom, and that could be our son.
what dog you want?
I want a poodle, and he gotta be brown. He gotta be brown.
I want a Pomsky.
I don't know what that
It
what
so
that
you
is.
know so it's a Pomeranian.
Mm.
What and you know Pomeranians are the big like fluffy lion dogs,
Yeah,
but they're like tiny. And
yeah.
then a Husky is a really big
Oh, I
wolf
do know what
dog.
a husky is.
So you put them together,
Oh,
and it's a miniature Husky.
oh
And I
wow.
want a miniature Husky because we live in
Okay,
Texas.
that sounds
Sorry.
cute.
It was a random tangent, and I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's
Please,
no girl, it's
I don't
fine.
like interrupting you when you speak, so
But we was talking about dogs, and you got excited. We got excited, and
because
it's
I literally just
okay.
had this conversation yesterday.
It's so funny. I did too. Again, but
Okay, so
so the whole reason why I even mentioned the dogs because he was like, "No, you're not getting a dog. Come home."
okay.
When I got home and I walked in the room, the aromatherapy smelled so good. All the essential oil smelled so good, and he was like, "Go look in there." And I went in there, and the bubble bath was red, the candles was there, and I
Aww.
said, "Is this the reason why you were so demanding
To
about
get
me coming
home,
home?" And he
your
was
bad
like,
water's
"Yes,
gonna be
it's
cold.
gonna be cold." And I was like, "Okay, okay." So yeah, so that's what I'm doing for myself now. Is these I'm taking bubble baths. I'm making sure like I got my Epsom salt, I got my bubbles, I got my essential oils, my little margarita, and I'm just listening to I'm either gonna listen to some lo-fi or I'm gonna listen to my R&B, my throwbacks like Sierra or some Janae Aiko. Like that's what I do.
You
That
feeling
puts
about to
me
make a
in the
baby with
zone.
Janae Aiko.
That's what just gets me to like wind down
And be
and
zenful.
relax and for me to just have my moment, my me time. And it's the only little thing that I'm doing right now. But that little moment midweek, because again, my job is stressful. I'm a wife. My husband is a coach. My daughters, they run track. They play basketball. My sons, they are boxers. I have so much on my plate.
Yeah.
Again, the podcast, I have so much on my plate.
Your
So,
sister.
yeah, my sisters, I talk to my sisters a lot, like almost every day. I have a lot on my plate. And at the end of the day, that knowing that Wednesday's coming, knowing that that time is blocked out just for me means so much. And I be getting emotional talking about it. No, I'm just playing.
I was like,
But
there's a tissue
it's
right
just,
there.
I'll probably get a cake pop crumb in my eye. But, but yeah, that little time just is everything right now. And I just can't wait to do more for myself because I've went by all these years. I mean, all these years have went by and I just never prioritized myself. And so I'm so ready to do more for myself. And not only am I excited to do these things for myself, but I'm also so excited to teach my daughters these things because the younger two, they got 2 years left in high school. And I promise I'm trying to shape and mold them so much to be good women. Like my oldest daughter, I feel like I always say it, and my husband tell me that I did a good job, but I feel like I dropped the ball with her because I had her when I was 16 years old, and so like I don't even know me, girl. Like so I felt like she was just kind of surviving through life with me. And now that I'm old enough and mature enough and the way I look at life and all of that is different now, I want to make sure that I'm giving all that I can give to show these girls how to be a great woman and how to prioritize yourself and how to not let no
Mm-hmm.
F boy, come in and mess you up mentally and emotionally and all of that. So I'm ready. I'm about to start taking one of my daughters with me. We're gonna go start getting pedicures every month, so that could just be like a me and her thing. Um, so yeah, I'm just excited. And Valentine's Day is coming up, and I know they ain't gonna listen to this podcast because what 16-year-old girls
It's all right.
want to
My
listen to
grandmother,
this?
my grandmother and her friend had my grandmother called me. She was at her friend's house, and my mom called them the old lady crew. Uh,
Nothing wrong with that. Old lady gang
she
at
she
restaurant in Atlanta.
she literally called. She was like, "What's the name of y'all podcast again?" I'm on the YouTube. I said,
Oh Lord,
"You
with
don't gotta
who?
watch it. You ain't gotta watch it at
Who
all."
you on the YouTube with? I mean, was she by herself or she? Not she finna have her
So
homegirls come over for
so
tea.
I literally sent
Watching
her.
us.
I sent her the link, and she was like, "I had to turn it off." I said, "Why?" She was like, "It just was boring." I was like, "I said because it's not for you. It's not for
Right.
you.
We
If
appreciate you
if
trying to tune in and support.
if it's boring, it's not for you. You
You know
just
what,
we're not for everybody, and that's okay. Because I'm learning.
Treya?
I'm learning.
I was just talking about this to somebody the other day. I'm like, at the end of the day, no matter how close we are to people or our relationship with them, how much they love us, our podcast might not be something that some people want to listen to. And I am okay with that. Like, even if you are my friend and you listen to my podcast and you just don't, you're not really
Resonate with
feeling
it.
it,
That's
yeah, it's
okay.
okay. I'm
That's
not mad
not.
at you, honey. I'm not
We're
mad.
not on the level that we need to be for you, and that's okay. I think so. You had said something. I was like, "Oh, we got a new follower." I said, "Oh, that's great." She's like, "Oh yeah, she followed me." I said, "Oh, that's wonderful." She was like, "Did
Right.
she follow you?" I said, "But
You
no,
probably did, though.
no, but it's okay. I don't feel bad. I don't feel envious. First of all, I haven't
I,
been posting, so
but I really just thought that she found us on YouTube and then she went to our both of our pages and followed, well, all three of our Instagrams and followed us.
but I was just sitting here. I was like, "Oh, I'm not for everybody, and I don't feel
And
bad."
you're right, because when people watch this podcast, Some people are gonna like you more than they like me, and some people are gonna like me more than you.
And
And
the
guess
fun,
what? I don't give two fucks.
and the funny thing is, I was sitting here and
It's okay. It's my
I am
life.
proud of myself because the little me would be like, but why did she? I was like, I'm at a
Because you
point where I just
understand.
don't give a.
Right, and you just gotta understand we're two different people. You have your own audience, I have our own audience, and then because we have a podcast together, we have our own
On
audience
audience
together.
together.
But it's just naturally like
Yeah.
that, and that is okay. And it's a bomb ass thing to understand
That
and be
is,
okay that it's okay.
and
It's
another, like,
okay.
tip wise, before we get off, tip wise, it was like, you know, it's okay to not be for everybody, and it's not selfish to be not okay for everybody. I mean, okay for everybody.
Right.
I hope that makes sense because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I mixed up my words.
I feel like you did too, but
What I'm trying to
I know
say
what you
is
meant.
that be okay with not being for everybody
Yes.
and don't change your ways to become like everybody.
Yes.
Because what makes these fingerprints, what makes you identify yourself differently is what makes you beautiful,
Right.
okay? And
Yeah.
then always try to do small changes to prioritize yourself, whether it's just 5 minutes. She's
Mm-hmm.
meditating,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's we've been you want to meditating, high five. Whether it's meditating, exercising, I work out. That's my me time, but then it becomes our time when
Right.
it's with my husband. But overall, it's okay to put yourself first,
Yes, it is.
and it's okay to not want to be alone because maybe somebody who doesn't you might find someone who doesn't want to be alone and you guys can self-care together.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
um, we don't come off, if anything that you get from this episode, just prioritize yourself and
Right.
don't take it in a selfish way.
Yeah.
I know that you guys are mothers, I know that you guys are fathers, I know that you guys are sisters. Your job is demanding. Take that bubble bath, just find something.
Take it, y'all. Take
Do something for you.
it. Take
And if you're brave enough to go on a date by yourself, do it.
it. I'm
I
doing it, y'all.
I can't.
I'm doing it, and
Wait,
I might record it when I do it
I
on
lied.
the
I
vlog.
did a coffee date by myself, but that's because I was actually studying. So I don't know if that counts. But I did it by
Kinda.
myself. I went to a coffee
Yeah.
shop and I sat by myself.
Yeah.
But anything you want to add before we close off?
Yeah, what she said, y'all, we gotta take care of ourselves, cause it is true, especially if you do have a family at home. They say if we're not happy, how can we
Make others.
make others happy? If we don't love ourselves first, how can we love others, and how can we make sure that others are loving us properly? Okay, because that's important too.
That's a big one.
That is a big one. Because if we don't know how to love ourselves, then we gonna let homeboy over here, what I say, F boy,
And if
tear us up
and if
mentally,
you're loving
emotionally.
someone the way that you want to be loved and you're not receiving that, you need to evaluate.
Evaluate. And y'all, this don't settle. Don't settle. Like, I'm not settling on my dog. My girls was begging for that black puppy. And I said, no, it's not a poodle and it's not brown. And it's not a boy. It was a girl. And I'm not settling. They was like, why can't we get it? It's $100. I'll buy it. I'm not settling. Don't settle, y'all. Don't
Set
settle.
your boundaries.
Yeah. Don't settle. But yeah, love yourself, y'all. Yes.
As always, you can find us at.
Wait, before you say that, every time we get on pod, I just get all excited all over again for this year, just because we talk so much about it and all these things and these changes that we want to implement. Like, it's just wonderful to be in the presence of somebody who's like-minded and who wants to grow and who like I just get excited, and even talking to you guys too, because it's just amazing all the changes we're gonna do, especially if you like listen to this podcast and you're like, dang, thinking to yourself, like, I do need to do more of that and all of that. And you actually implement that stuff. Like, y'all, we're going to have a great year. Keep watching this podcast. Keep listening to this podcast, because we're going to have a wonderful year, y'all. Let's all, do this. We in this thing together, like, for real. So, Okay, now you can close.
We
I just gotta say
appreciate
that.
you.
I love y'all.
We appreciate you guys as always. Thank you for tuning in. You can find our Instagram at They Love Our Energy. Sorry, I know if I'm in your ear, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. You can find me at everything Treya _ and you can find the Renata at
Always are Nicole, and Nicole is spelled Necchole.
baby. Catch me outside, baby. And as always, we thank you.
Yes, love you guys. See you on next week's episode.
Woohoo!
Bye.
Bye. It's a party yo day, it's a party day, it's a party yo day, it's a party day. Put your hands up, party. Wave your hand like you just don't care. I love it when you say it's big party.
Okay, that's cool.